So if you are in a 491, what is the difference between buying it now when you're in 491 or after getting a PR? Okay, and this is PR. Let's say now you're in 491 and the cost of property is $700,000. Stamp duty would come down to $66,350. Transfer fee and mortgage registration. That means your property price would go up to $768,000. Okay, now because you're considered a foreign resident, FIRB, that's a Foreign Investment Review Board, that would cost up to somewhere around $10,000 to $13,000. I've just kept it here $12,000 to make it easy, but it's somewhere around that price. Okay, so your property price right now would cost you $780,000 and $800. Okay, let's round it up to $780,000 for 491, and that's for a property price of $700,000. Okay, that's including the cost. For a PR, let's say you're a PR, cost of property is the same. Let's say it's $700,000. If you've got a PR, the stamp duty is only down to $17,350. There's a massive difference, as you can see, of about $50,000 difference just in stamp duty. That's where it gets cheaper for you when you are in a PR. Transfer fee is the same, mortgage registration is the same, so your total cost would come down to $719,000 and $807. Let's say it's $719,000. The difference between $780 and $719 is of $60,000. Okay, so if you're in a 491, you'll pay $60,000 more to buy the same property right now. If you are looking to get a grant, first home owners grant is only available for new builds, and that's of $15,000. So any new home that you are constructing, or you've got a land that you've purchased and you're constructing a new home, you will get a $15,000 towards the construction. Okay, so if you're able to get this, your price would come down to, let's say, $705,000 if you're buying a new build. That means your difference would come down to $75,000. That means $780,000 minus $705,000. That is $75,000 difference if you are buying a property after you get a PR. Now, what is better? Is it better to buy a property when you are in 491, or is it wise to wait until you get PR? What I normally say to people is, look, a 491 is normally 5 years. If you buy your home in first year, you will have 4 more years to wait for the appreciation of the property. Now, normally it is said that a property price doubles every 10 years. Given that 10 years, every year the average percentage comes down to 10%. And it may not be accurate, but that's the average thing, and I'm not promising anything over here. Okay, so given that every year there's a 10% increase in a value, 10%, that means if you bought this property for $780, 10% of $780 is $78,000, right? So every year there's at least an increase of $78,000. It may not be every year. It may be, down the track in 5 years, and then you get appreciation of, let's say, 50% or 40%. But in average, when you're looking at 10 years term, every year it's about 10% in a value. That means $78,000. In 4 years term, until your 491 finishes, your appreciation would be up to 40%. 40%. Now, what is a 40%? That is 40 into 78. It's close to the $300,000. Okay, it's not always the magic numbers like these that appears in the in the values of the property. And I'm not promising anything at all, but I think if you've got 4 more years to get a PR, it would be wise to buy it now rather than wait until you get a PR. The one thing that I always tell to my client is the best time to buy a property was probably 5 or 10 years ago. Now the best time is to buy it now. So act fast, and if you've still got any confusion, come back to me. We'll do the maths together according to your needs. Reach out.